Hola, ¿qué tal amigos? Buenos días, buenas tardes y buenas noches. No importa la hora que sea, siempre es un gran momento para aprender español con Profesor Pablo. Para mí es por la mañana, antes de que haga mucho calor aquí en mi estudio, ¿verdad? Ok, la lección de hoy. Mucho versus muy. A lot of people have confusion about mucho and muy. Hopefully this will remove all your confusion, today's lesson. If you have mucho after a verb, it functions as an adverb and it means a lot. Like, habla mucho, she talks a lot. My dad works a lot. Mi papá trabaja mucho. They win a lot. Ganan mucho. They lose a lot. Pierden mucho. Okay? That is mucho after a verb. It's an adverb and it means a lot. Gustar plus mucho, it can mean a lot or really. For example, that one, say to a girl or a guy, me gustas mucho. I really like you, or I like you a lot. Me gustas mucho. I like you a lot. Me gustas mucho. I really like you. Okay? For example, me gusta la casa mucho. I really like the house, or I like the house a lot. So gustar and mucho, the mucho translates to a lot or really. Now we have muy plus adjective or adverb. It means very or really, like muy bonita, very pretty, muy pesado, very heavy, muy ocupado, very busy, muy bien, fine, like very fine, muy mal, very bad, estoy muy mal, I'm very bad, estoy muy bien, I'm very fine, I'm really good, estoy muy bien, I'm really good. So muy can mean very or really with an adjective or an adverb. This is where people do a major faux pas, a cringeworthy moment in Spanish. You want to avoid this. Don't ever say muy mucho. Never say muy mucho. If you want to jack up the impact of mucho, use muchísimo. There's an asterisk here. We'll talk about that later. Muchísimo. For example, me gustas mucho, I really like you. Me gustas muchísimo, I like you like a ton. I really, really like you. You know, people in English, I really, 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 really like you. Me gustas muchísimo, okay? Like strawberry pie, el pastel de fresas. Me gusta muchísimo, I really like it. So it can mean a ton, and we know that mucho with gustar means really already. We know that. Me gusta muchísimo. I like it a ton. I really, really like it. It's like saying really a couple, two or three times. So again, never say muy mucho. Instead, use muchísimo. It increases the meaning of mucho, like a ton. I like it a ton. Me gusta mucho. Me gusta muchísimo. I really, really like it. Mucho, mucha, muchos, and muchas, we know that they function as an adjective in front of a noun, like many girls, muchas chicas, many houses, muchas casas, a lot of money, mucho dinero, and so on. So let's see what it means. Mucho and mucha can mean much or a lot of. Like we have much food. Tenemos mucha comida. Most people, I think, would say we have a lot of food. Tenemos mucha comida. I have a lot of work. Tengo mucho trabajo. You're not going to say I have much work to do. You could say it, and some people do. It's not wrong. It's just less common, I believe. Tengo mucho trabajo que hacer hoy. I have a lot of work to do today. So, mucho and mucha can mean a lot of in front of a noun. All of this is in front of a noun. This is all dealing with nouns here. Let's go to muchos and muchas. They mean many or a lot of. For example, I have many friends. Tengo muchos amigos. I have a lot of friends. Tengo muchos amigos. She has a lot of Dr. Seuss books. Ella tiene muchos libros de Dr. Seuss. She has many Dr. Seuss books, or she has a lot of Dr. Seuss books. Now we get to the asterisk. Muchísimo. Muchísimo can function as an adjective. We're using it here as an adverb, but as an adjective, it can be muchísimo, muchísima, muchísimos, and muchísimas. Like if you want to say like, I've got a ton of books. Tengo muchísimos libros. Or I have a whole lot of books. Tengo muchísimos libros. A lot of, I have many, many books. Tengo muchísimos libros. The ísimo jacks up the meaning of the adjective. Like bonitísima is really pretty. Lindísima is very beautiful, right? Pesadísimo, extremely heavy. Carísimo, really expensive. Baratísimo, very cheap. So when you hear an ísimo on a word, whatever that word may be, it's increasing the meaning of it, okay? If it's cheap, then it goes to really, really cheap. If it's heavy, it goes to really, really heavy, or a ton, like a ton, okay? So let's go back at the start and let's review. If you have a verb and follow it by mucho, you're saying that you do that verb, whatever it is, a lot. Like, mom sews a lot. Mamá cose mucho. Mom makes dinner a lot. Mamá prepara la comida mucho. ¿Verdad? If you want to say, my brother skis a lot in the mountains. Mi hermano esquía mucho en las montañas. It always ends in O, okay? Because it's an adverb. It's not an adjective. It's an adverb, okay? We study a lot. Estudiamos mucho. We talk to each other a lot. Nos hablamos mucho. We see each other a lot. Nos vemos mucho. Okay? Gustar en mucho, it means a lot or really. Again, me gustas mucho, I really like you, or I like you a lot. Sports. Me gustan los deportes. Me gustan mucho, I really like them. Or, you want to get down here, me gustan muchísimo, I really, really like them. I like them a ton. Muy plus adjective or adverb, it means very or really. Like, she's really fast, like a girl in the Olympics. Es muy rápida. He is very talented. Él es muy talentoso. He's very good. He's really fine. Está muy bien. He's really bad off. Está muy mal. So that's muy. You don't ever want to catch yourself saying muy mucho. Don't say muy mucho. Don't say it. No lo digan. Instead, say muchísimo. It increases the meaning of mucho, like a ton. Like, I like it a ton. Me gusta muchísimo. I like her a ton. Me gusta muchísimo. I like him a ton. Me gusta muchísimo. I like you a ton. I really like you. Me gustas muchísimo. Right? Okay? Sports, I really like them. Me gustan muchísimo. So you can use muchísimo just like mucho after a verb or after gustar. She talks way too much. Habla demasiado, right? She talks, habla demasiado. But habla muchísimo, she talks so much. Drives me nuts. It weighs a ton. Pesa muchísimo. It weighs so much. It's really, really heavy. Pesa muchísimo. So anywhere you use mucho, you can use muchísimo. And anywhere you use mucho, mucha, muchos, or muchas, you can use muchísimo, muchísima, muchísimos, muchísimas. And what does it do to the meaning of the adjective or whatever it is you're talking about? It jacks it up. It makes it bigger. It increases it. Okay? Don't say muy mucho. Use muchísimo, like a ton. Like, I like it a ton. Me gusta muchísimo. I really, really like it. Mucho has 4 forms when it's an adjective, and it goes in front of a noun. Like, mucho tiempo, a lot of time. Mucha comida, a lot of food. It can mean much food, much time, or a lot of time, or a lot of food. A lot of people don't realize a lot of. That's how you say a lot of in Spanish. It's like mucho, mucha, muchos, or muchas. Muchos and muchas can mean many because it's plural. This is much because you can't say tengo mucha comida, I have many food. No, tengo muchas comidas diferentes, I have many different types of foods. But muchos and muchas can mean many or a lot of. Again, I have a lot of friends, tengo muchos amigos. I have a lot of problems, tengo muchos problemas. Remember, MA words are masculine, most of them, and that's why it's muchos problemas. Muchísimo, you could substitute muchísimo for mucho, muchísima for mucha, like we have a ton of food. Tenemos muchísima comida, right? She has a ton of problems. Tiene muchísimos problemas. Okay, one final review. Verb plus mucho or muchísimo, it functions as an adverb, right? She talks a lot. Habla muchísimo, habla mucho. Gustar plus mucho can mean a lot or really. Me gustas mucho, I really like you a lot. Or jack it up. Me gustas muchísimo, I really, really like you. Muy plus adjective. Hey, me gustas mucho. You say that to a girl or a guy, right? You're kind of interested in them, the sparks are flying, okay? But you could say it to a person that you're not like want to get like romantically involved with, like me gustas mucho. You're just telling a person, I really like you, like not romantically, but I really have affection for you. Get it? Me gustas mucho, right? Me gustas mucho. Like you could say to a girlfriend or a guy friend that's not boyfriend, girlfriend, like dating, romantic, but someone who you just love and she or he does so much for you and say, ¿Sabes qué, María? Me gustas mucho. I really like you. De amiga. If you ever need to clarify, de amiga. Put that hand out there. Put the brakes on. De amiga. Muy means very or really with an adjective or an adverb. She runs really fast. Corre muy rápido. Okay? Es rápida. Es muy rápida. She's really fast. There was an example of an adverb and an adjective with muy. And again, muchísimo. Don't ever say muy mucho. If you want to say muy mucho, what you really want to say is muchísimo. Mucho has 4 forms when it's an adjective going in front of a noun. Mucho and mucha mean much or a lot of. Mucha comida, a lot of food. Mucho tiempo, a lot of time. Muchos and muchas mean many when they go in front of a noun or a lot of. Many friends, muchos amigos, a lot of friends, muchos amigos. And muchísimo can be substituted to increase the meaning, to jack it up. Muchos can become muchísimos. Muchas can become muchísimas. Like there's a ton of girls there during vacation. Hay muchísimas muchachas allí durante las vacaciones. There are a ton of books. Hay muchísimos libros. Okay, that's mucho versus muy. If you have any confusion, send me a comment. I'll respond. And if we need to add something to any lesson at any time, we'll always come back and fill in if there's a gap missing. Okay? You guys have a great day. Stay hydrated in this heat. Love you guys and see you soon. Hasta luego.